Zini, yes, when we play the big boys, I'll prefer Tomiyasu or if possible Timber if he's fit. But if it's not there, Zini can do a job. Yes, against Liverpool at Anfield in the league, he was culpable and clumsy for the goal we conceded. But did we lose that match? No. Well, it was not the reason we couldn't win that match. So let's not do that. So when it was out against the Fulham game, we saw the gaping hole and quality we're lacking from that left side, regardless of us playing Kivio. And we saw Kivio cannot even do half of what Zinchenko does as a fullback. I'm not trying to trash Kivio. Kivio is not a fullback; he's a left center half. Welcome back to the present. Let's discuss Alexandra Zinchenko. Now, I have never for once said Zinchenko is a world beater as a left back. That would be ludicrous. That would be disingenuous. And that would be absolute bollocks. At the same time, I would never agree to the fact that some of you think Zinchenko is ass. I think that is ludicrous and ridiculous. You can't say that. He's not a world beater as a defender, and he's not absolutely ass. And he gives us something when he plays the game. I get it. Defensively, is defending is not a strong point. We have to agree. Yeah, there's no argument about that. But he's not utterly horrible defensively, neither. So there has to be a fair balance. But most of you, either you are underrating or overrating. Either you are overvaluing or undervaluing. There is no healthy medium. There is no what would be the right terminology to describe it? Good faith analysis. Either is green or is red. There's no yellow when you have these conversations. And most of the time, life is not green or red or black and white. There are healthy mediums and nuances and context to apply. So when it comes to Zini, yes, when we play the big boys, I'll prefer Tomiyasu or if possible Timber if he's fit. But if it's not there, Zini can do a job. Yes, against Liverpool at Anfield in the league, he was culpable and clumsy for the goal we conceded. But did we lose that match? No. Well, it was not the reason we couldn't win that match. So let's not do that. So when it was out against the Fulham game, we saw the gaping hole and quality we're lacking from that left side, regardless of us playing Kivio. And we saw Kivio cannot even do half of what Zinchenko does as a fullback. I'm not trying to trash Kivio. Kivio is not a fullback; he's a left center half. So for Zini, sometimes Arsenal fans like to have this synergy with the opposition fans to trash our own players just because we think we can do better. I agree we can do better, but it doesn't mean we should trash him. Now, I saw this interesting tweet or X tweet here, and I think I should talk about it. I think it was a very sensible tweet. Let's read it. Arsenal are a much better team with Alexander Zinchenko in the side. I know that's a fact, and I agree wholesomely to that observation. Games when Arsenal dominate the ball and have full control is when you need Zini on the pitch. Today is a prime example of that exactly because when we don't need to do a lot of defending and we are going to have bulk of the possession, you need Zini to help you control the possession, dictate the game. Yes, he has that slight lapse in concentration once in a while, but that doesn't make him a horrible player. Now, some of the stats he presented: 104 touches, 79 passes, 9 draws, 1. He's so good, top stuff, Zini. I agree with that. Now, the statistic can be subjective, but winning 9 draws, it's not bad for someone most of you consider a horrible defender, which I disagree with wholesomely. So, Arsenal fans, take a chill pill. Nobody in their right senses is saying Zini is the best left back in the world. At the same time, he is not the most horrible left back Arsenal has ever had. So let's take a chill pill. Can we do better? And I think we can do better if we have a healthy squad. Unfortunately, Tomiyasu is representing Japan at the Asian Cup, and Timber is injured. So there are context to this game. Certain games that we are playing likes of Man City, Liverpool, Man United, and we have other alternatives, then we can play them. But when we are playing smaller teams like a Luton, like even a Fulham, Zinchenko can do a very, very good job. He's not as horrible. And let me read some of the very funny comments Some people have to say under that post, right? Look at this comment. Once we play a team that has a low block, is useless. This is a blatant lie. It's so funny that some of you just come on the internet and show how silly you are. You need a Zinchenko to play against a low block team because you're going to have majority and bulk of the possession. This is physical. How can you say one play a low block team, Zinchenko is useless, and someone has to correct it? What is a perfect? He's perfect rather against a low block team, which I agree with. Which I agree with. You have to trade defensive ability for the control he gives. What is, in my opinion, and I absolutely agree to these things. Now we can have difference of opinion, but these two comments are very smart and insightful. Yes, you have to trade defensive ability in relative terms, but he gives you control, and that is always worth it, especially when you're playing low blocks team or you're playing the mid-table teams. Now, when you're playing the top 6 traditional teams that have a lot of quality, then you can bring in the Tomiyasu if he's fit or a Timber if they are fit. So we need to stop trashing our players because it brings traction to our channel or to our platform. Let's be balanced and fair in our criticisms of our players. Zini is not a horrible player. Yes, we can criticize him for being clumsy in isolated games. We can do that. But to uniformly say he doesn't give you at least good to average performances, you're lying. Or control or talking what it does, talks in the midfield and gives us that extra body, extra leg, and extra verve and creativity in the midfield. You cannot ignore that. You cannot ignore that. So we need to stop that narrative that is very unfair to Zini, always saying he doesn't provide enough to the team. That is a blatant lie. Now, if you disagree with my opinion, let me know and state clearly in the comment section, objectively, why you think Zini is useless. I'd like to know. Provide us some evidence, empirical evidence, why you think Zini is useless. We're not saying he's a world beater. We are not. I'm just saying he's not useless. He's a very good player, and I actually acknowledge the fact that defensively he might be shaky, but even in that defensive quote unquote shakiness, he still does a good job. Like the video, very important. Subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.